They are saltwater bivalve mollusks, pulling double duty in our brackish bays and rivers with what scientists say is a 15 million year history. Oysters? Delmarva favorite.
Absolutely. And this week we celebrate the salty, slurpable delicacy. It is National Oyster Week. So the town of Princess Anne is breaking out of its shell to celebrate. And joining us in the DelmarvaLife kitchen is the manager of Main Street Princess Anne, Carrie. Samis, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Oh,
it's great to be here.
Yes, it's great to have you here. And you brought the star of the show with you.
Some actual oysters. Yes, I did. I brought a bunch of different stuff from Princess Anne because we're celebrating.
Ooh,
right? So, but yeah, I brought some delicious oysters from Sugar Water Restaurant at the Washington Hotel for you all to try.
Okay.
And I brought some other stuff from downtown Princess Anne as well. So there are a lot of different ways that you can celebrate National Oyster Week. There are a lot of amazing collectibles in some of our antique stores downtown, like Somerset Choice Station and Somerset Hidden Treasures. Oyster tins are hugely collectible.
Yes.
So we have a variety of different oyster tins here, and those are the tins that oysters were packed in after they were shucked for transport. And they have beautiful designs. A lot of them have local packing houses on them and that sort of thing. We have a couple of different books about working on the water, skipjacks, of course, which were designed to sail the Chesapeake, specifically to harvest oysters. And we even have some wine from Junior's Wine downtown in Princess Anne. And this is a special kind of wine that's sold, and a portion of the proceeds from the sale of this wine go to help with oyster restoration, which is pretty cool. So a little conservation as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So celebrating oysters, what is your favorite way to eat oysters?
I love them lots of different kinds of ways. So I do love to eat them raw with mignonette, which is how we have them prepared here today for you. One of the questions I always ask my waterman friends is, what's your favorite way to eat them? Because they have been eating them, of course, for a very long time. And my friend Stoney Whitelock, who's a captain, talked to me one time about the way that he cooks them in the oven with bacon and cheese. And I gotta say, it's delicious. Because when you add bacon and cheese to anything, it's delicious. But to a nice salty oyster, so good.
It's amazing the history, the oyster wars, the entire lineage of
absolutely. And you know, Princess Anne is at the headwaters of the Minokan River, and there's an oyster restoration project going on actually in the Minokan right now. People used to think that you could only eat oysters during certain times of the year.
Right.
A lot of locals talk about how you can only eat them in the months that have an R in them, but that's no longer the case. So that was from a long time ago because of shipping and ice and transport and all those different things. But we live right on the Chesapeake where there are aquaculture operations going on as well. So we have the wild harvest from March through October every year, or October through March, actually, I guess it is, yes. From October through March every year. But there are also bottom leases and local aquaculture farmers who are raising and harvesting oysters now year round. So you can get fresh local oysters at Sugar Water Restaurant anytime.
Yes, but especially during Oyster Week.
Especially during Oyster Week, yeah. So they always have oysters of some sort on the menu, but this week they have a lot of different oyster specials too, which is cool. And they just reopened the Washington Hotel.
That's right.
And this week they're starting to take bookings. So if anybody wants to come down for the Skipjack Race and Festival Labor Day weekend, you can book a room at the Washington Hotel, which is the closest hotel to the skipjack races.
Okay.
It's a perfect spot to be.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, I guess there's nothing left to do but actually try the oysters.
Try some
we
oysters.
have 2 forks here.
Okay, I'm going to switch
for you.
places.
Oh, you?
with
Yeah,
you. So
absolutely.
I don't want to.
I get to eat them all the time.
Oh,
so.
okay. So do we? I mean,
Is there a certain method?
So these are raw oysters with a mignonette and a little bit of microgreens on top, and with a charred lemon in the middle. So you can squeeze a little lemon on there if you want, or you can just pick up the oyster and slurp it straight from the shell. And you have a fork there to help you out if you need the help.
Did somebody
it's
say
not
fork?
Necessarily.
oh,
I'm sorry.
look who it
I could smell it all the way from the from our desks over there. I heard is it National Oyster Week?
That's right.
How convenient. You suddenly show up with a
Oyster
fork in your
Week.
hand.
Well, I always come prepared. I always keep one in my back
You
pocket.
never
know.
The DelmarvaLife kitchen, where you guys are making something great every week. And,
But from what I understand, you don't need the fork. You're just going to take this bad boy.
well, I'll save
and
that for
slurp
another
it
segment
down.
next week.
Yeah,
I'll
you
put
just
that
put
in my
that
back
in your back pocket. Don't forget to take it out when you wash your jeans.
Yes,
All right,
exactly.
there you go.
All right, well, thank you.
One
Thank
for
you.
you.
Okay.
And you.
Do you want to lemonize yours or?
I know. You know, it's going to go down so fast. I'm not going to need to.
Yeah. Just go ahead. All right. Well,
All right. Cheers.
Let's
All
do
right,
her.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oyster
Cheers.
cheers.
You joining
Cheers,
us?
Jimmy.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll have one too. Why not?
All right. Now
Why
we got
not?
to cheers
All
again.
right.
Toast again.
Cheers again.
To
Cheers
Oyster
again.
Week.
Cheers
To Oyster Week.
Oyster Week.
Oh, really good.
Oh, wow.
How much of it am I wearing? Oh, not much.
That is really
That
good.
is delicious.
Yeah?
I'm going back for a sec. I'm getting another
Oh,
second
no.
slurp.
They're delicious,
Don't
aren't
tell me
they?
There's more.
Well, Carrie, Main Street Princess Anne, thank you so much for coming in the DelmarvaLife kitchen. Sorry, caught you with your mouth
No,
full.
no, it's fine.
All right, well, there's two more. We'll fight over the last two.
Eat up.
All right.
You'll see who's left when you come back. DelmarvaLife's coming right back. You ready? Go.